Yo, Max, so Berkshire Hathaway is trading like the credit default swaps on Berkshire Hathaway anyway are trading like it's a junk bond.
Oh, yeah. How come? That seems awfully unreasonable.
Well, apparently Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, has exposure of $63 billion to derivatives.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, this is the guy who talked about derivatives as being weapons of mass financial destruction just a couple of years ago.
That's right.
How did he get sucked up into it, into the nightmare?
Well, that's what people are asking. And I remember, I think it was in August or September when these credit default swaps first started rising on Berkshire Hathaway, long before any of this problem emerged. Obviously, somebody had some inkling that Berkshire Hathaway might be in trouble. And at the time, there were many articles in like the Market Watch and Bloomberg saying, who the heck is making this outrageous bet against Warren Buffett?
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing, but clearly they're sitting on quite a bit of profit at this point.
Yeah, well, this brings up some really interesting questions because Warren Buffett is unquestionably one of the most clued in guys on Wall Street, and it looks like he's been suckered into making some outrageously inappropriate investment with his vehicle, the Berkshire Hathaway, but which is really unbelievable in a lot of ways.
That's right. And now I want to continue on this, the next level of this banking collapse. And I think that's the outright gang warfare between the various heads of various mafias. Because, I don't think the banking sector and the heads of it are like the mafia, but I don't think they're like all friendly and chummy and like, oh, it's not human nature to just not fight over territory. So I think you're seeing that with Warren Buffett. I think you're seeing that with Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, and you see what's going on, that Andrew Cuomo, the Attorney General of New York, has sued or subpoenaed Merrill Lynch executives, former Merrill Lynch executives, demanding information on their bonuses. And now Bank of America is suing the Merrill executives, insisting that they're not allowed to tell how much bonus they received to the Attorney General.
Right.
So you're starting to see the beginnings of warfare erupt between various, we did warn of this a few years ago, the millionaires versus the billionaires, but it's clearly also now going up to, those are just the foot soldiers moving up the ladder to the capos.
So if they're attacking Warren Buffett, that's really significant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, where is this going to go next? He's a mere billionaire. Maybe we missed that billionaire versus trillionaire.
Well, yeah, he's, worth tens of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
He's ranked in the top one or two richest men in America. And
the ones that you know about. I mean, I'm sure there are trillionaires that people just those people you never hear of trillionaires. That's what when we heard about the Abu Dhabi royal family being worth 33 trillion, that was a total shock because I had never even heard of a trillionaire before. But those are the guys who keep it out of the papers, and they make sure they're not in Forbes, otherwise they'll whack somebody.
Yeah, well, I mean, the actions being used are the actions of financial locusts. Basically, if you've got a bunch of hedge funds around the world who are talking in back channels, who are talking about attacking a big fat wildebeest like Warren Buffett, they can take him down. Yeah.
Of course, it would make the name of a 27-year-old trader who took down Warren Buffett, it would make his name. So the opening salvo, anyway, in this mafia war I'm talking about was, I think, March 18th, which was Jimmy Cain got whacked. And I think that was part of the collapse of Bear Stearns.
Yeah.
He was a billionaire who's now worth a mere something like $20 million.
Right.
His entire net worth for a billionaire was eviscerated.
Yeah.
Now he's gone quietly away.
He just had an outburst.
But relatively quiet, okay? He didn't sue anybody. He didn't go crazy. He didn't, try to whack anybody back. He's just like quietly went away and didn't make a big fuss about it. But I think that was the opening shot in this war. And it was a grudge, wasn't it? It was one of these, that's how the mafia operates. They were angry at him for long-term capital management.
Right.
Because he was the one banker, head of a bank that did not help bail out long-term capital management, the giant hedge fund that blew up.
Yep.
So he got whacked first, and now they're going after the other ones that didn't help. And I'm thinking that the Warren Buffett thing is because of his very public shorting of the U.S. dollar for his first time in his entire career that he did 2 years ago.
Yeah, maybe. What about Dick Fold? Remember we had a death pool on Dick Fold.
Yeah, somebody was sending us some information on him.
Remember? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he transferred all his wealth to his wife's name, and now he's technically worth nothing. So he's either planning on passing it on as inheritance or being sued. I'm sure he's clearly being preparing for being sued.